Good morning. Today we're looking at a weather front coming in from the west, bringing thickening cloud and also some heavy rain at times. And with it, it's going to have blustery winds. But I'll have all the details in about 27 minutes. Front coming our way, and we also have some rain as well, and that's more or less the forecast for today. So some of that rain will be heavy as it moves in, particularly across southwest Scotland, where the Met Office has a weather warning for heavy rain, 15 to 30 millimetres roughly. That's in excess of an inch at its top level. But in the hillier areas of Dumfries and Galloway, we could see twice that. Now this is why we've got low pressure dominating our weather. Various fronts, first one going through, bringing in some rain. The second one following hot on its heels, bringing in some rain as well. So after a relatively dry start, a bright start for many, a chilly start locally in the southeast, but that's the only place, elsewhere fairly mild, our rain comes in from the west, and wherever you see greens or yellows on the charts, that's where you can expect some heavier bursts of rain. Here's the second front coming in right behind it, bringing more rain to Northern Ireland. And it's where these two weather fronts join where we're likely to see the heaviest bursts. Hence, that's why we've got the Met Office yellow weather warning for rain. Now, the white circles indicate sustained wind speeds. It's going to be a noticeably windy day today, particularly in the north. Lighter winds as we come further south in comparison, but gusty winds, gusting 40-45 miles an hour in the western and the northern Isles. Inland, just in the west, again, we're looking at about 30 miles an hour. So again, you'll notice that. Temperature-wise, 15 in the north to about 20 as we push down towards the south. Now through this evening and overnight, our first weather front, this one here, continues to journey steadily towards the North Sea, eventually clearing. Here's the second one, just moving across England and Wales. Ahead of it, a fair bit of cloud. Behind it, some clear skies, some cloud and a few showers. But it's going to be a fairly mild night with most of us staying in double figures. Then for tomorrow, well, I'm going to say goodbye to the first weather front completely. This one continues to slowly move southwards, still looking at those isobars which are tightly packed. You can tell it's going to be a windy day, quite brisk winds at that, especially in the northwest. So weather front continues to push down towards the south, weakening all the time, taking its cloud and its patchy rain by then with it. Behind it, some sunshine and some showers. Now some of those showers blown in across western Scotland, Northern Ireland, western parts of England, possibly Wales as well, on that brisk wind. Temperatures 15 to about 22, so the temperature going up a touch, but it's not going to stay that way because by the time we get to Friday, our weather front overnight, having moved south, has what we call a wave in it, so it starts to come back northwards, bringing its rain to southern England and South Wales, and then through the day it starts to push towards the southeast. On the other side of that, once again, we're looking at sunshine and showers, but some of the showers will be heavy, potentially thundery as well, especially across the northwest. Temperature-wise, 13 in the north to about 19 in the south. I'll have more later. Morning everyone. Today we've got a band of rain coming in from the west, moving eastwards, and with it, it is going to be fairly windy. Low pressure is in charge of our weather once again. Here's the band I was talking about, but there is a second one coming in behind. That too will bring in some rain. So some of us starting off on a dry note with some sunshine, or at worst, some bright spells, and then in comes the rain from the west. Whenever you see greens and yellows in the charts, that's telling you can expect some heavy bursts, and it moves from the west towards the east, with the second front coming in right behind it, bringing more rain into Northern Ireland. Now, winds today are going to be fairly gusty, particularly so in the northwest, but with exposure in some other western areas as well. In the northwest, we could have gusts as much as 40 to 45 miles an hour. Temperature-wise today, 15 in the north to 20 in the south. The headlines are coming up next. Everyone, there's a lot going on with the weather today actually, Lou. There's a fair bit of cloud around, building continually through the course of the day from the west, and that's because we've got a weather front that's bringing rain from the west towards the east. And with it, it's also going to be fairly windy. Excuse me. This is an area of low pressure dominating our weather. The first weather front moving from the west towards the east, and then the second one comes in hot on its heels, and both are bringing rain. Now, this is where we've had the rainfall already this morning. Some of it has been heavy, and it will continue its journey through the rest of the day. not arriving in the far northeast of the country or the far southeast until much later. So a lot of dry weather to start with, some brightness, even some sunshine. But we've already seen where the rain is in the west. It will continue to journey towards the east, and then behind it, well, we do have another weather front which is going to bring in some more rain, particularly across Northern Ireland through the course of the afternoon. So talking of the afternoon, if you're in southern England, particularly in the southeast, you will notice the breeze today. It will be blustery, but there'll be a lot of dry weather, whereas out towards the west, especially with exposure, the wind will be fairly gusty, and we've got our first band of rain moving through. Second band coming through Northern Ireland. When you see greens and yellows in the charts, that's where the heaviest bursts are going to be. And the gustiest winds of all will be across the far north and the west with exposure. The rain not getting into the far northeast of Scotland till later. Temperatures 15 in the north to 20 in the south. I just want to point out this area here, Dumfries and Galloway. This is where the Met Office has a yellow weather warning. It's where both our fronts meet, if you like, and we could have as much as 15 to 30 millimetres of rainfall from this, or indeed with heights in some of the hillier areas of Dumfries and Galloway, we could have twice that amount. So through the course of this evening and overnight, our first front continues to journey off into the North Sea. Here's the second one, which is sinking southwards. Again, when you see greens and yellows, that tells you can expect some heavier bursts. But this front is going to weaken all the time as it sinks southwards. Now ahead of it, there'll be a lot of cloud. Behind it, there will still be some cloud, but there'll be some clear skies and some showers. But it's not going to be a cold night, all of us staying in double figures. So if we pick up this weather front again tomorrow, it continues to journey southwards, weakening all the time. But have a look at the isobars, 21, 22 as we push down towards the south. But if you like your temperatures that high, you'll be disappointed, because as we head into Friday and the weekend, it is going to turn cooler. I'll have more weather in half an hour.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. Today we're looking at a fairly cloudy day ahead with some rain, and some of that rain will be heavy. As well as that, it's going to be windy, particularly so around the rain band, and particularly with exposure in the north and the west. Here's our weather front coming in, bringing rain already as it drifts eastwards, and here's the second one following in hot pursuit. So relatively dry at the moment across some eastern areas. We've even got some sunshine, but don't bank on it staying, because the cloud will continue to build through the day, and then this band of rain will move from the west towards the east, followed by this next one. So although the rain clears Northern Ireland, it's only for a short amount of time before more heavy rain arrives. Now these white circles indicate the sustained wind strengths. The gusts will be higher than that. We've already had gusts of in excess of 40 miles an hour across parts of the northwest of Scotland. And the Met Office has a yellow weather warning out for especially Dumfries and Galloway, where we could have 15 to 30 millimetres of rainfall, possibly more than that in the hillier areas. And that's where both the weather fronts actually meet. That's why you're seeing the heavy rain. Temperatures today ranging from 15 in the north to 20 in the south. Now, through this evening and overnight, the first band of rain eventually clearing into the North Sea. The second one continues to journey slowly southwards with a lot of cloud ahead of it. Behind it, there'll be some clear skies, some cloud, and also some showers. But as you can see from the temperatures, 13 to 15, it's not going to be a cold night. So tomorrow we pick up this weather front. Excuse me, it's a very weak affair, bringing its cloud and patchy rain with it into southern areas. Behind that, we're looking at sunshine, bright spells, and some showers, and still a brisk wind, especially with exposure, but you'll even notice this inland as well. Temperatures 15 in Limerick, 20 in Aberdeen, 22 in Norwich. If you like it in the 20s, well, temperatures going down, because what's happening overnight Thursday into Friday, that front sinks south, it pivots and it comes back rejuvenated. So it'll bring in some more rain across southern parts of Wales and southern England, and then push down towards the southeast. On the other side of the front, we're looking at some sunshine, also some showers. The showers being blown in a brisk northwesterly, and also some of those showers, particularly in the west, could prove to be heavy and thundery. Temperatures 13 to about 19 degrees. But Saturday, see something drier and brighter with a fair bit of sunshine. Still a few showers coming in the northwesterly breeze in western areas. And the other thing is, it is going to feel cooler. Temperatures 11 in Limerick to 18 in London. Similar weather on Sunday too. The headlines are next. Now, you might be starting off somewhere that is dry, but the cloud's going to build and we'll see some rain coming our way through the course of the day. A beautiful Weather Watchers picture here with this cloud in Cumbria, but it's not going to last. If you haven't already got the rain, it's not far away. That rain coming in from the west, spreading eastwards, and another fairly windy day. We've had gusts in excess of 40 miles an hour already in parts of the Western Isles. Now, we've got one weather front moving west to east, and then this second weather front is going to be pushing southwards through the day. And if you look at the isobars, they're squeezed together. It's going to be a blustery day or a windy day, depending on where you are. We've had all this rain already moving from the west to the east. And as we go through the rest of the morning and into the afternoon, some of that rain will be heavy. Wherever you see greens and yellows on the charts, that's telling you where you can expect the heaviest bursts. So still some sunshine to be had this morning in some eastern areas, but the cloud will continue to thicken and move eastwards. And then we've got our second weather front, which is going to be sinking southwards as we go through the day. So some heavy rain for Northern Ireland and Dumfries and Galloway in particular. Through the afternoon, the rain won't have made it into the southeast, but the cloud will be building. Gusty winds with exposure in the west, particularly northwest Wales. Here's the rain across England. Here's the rain across Northern Ireland. And as we move across western and northern areas of Scotland, this is where we'll have the strongest gusts of wind. Looking at 15 in Lerwick, 21 in Hull. Through this evening and overnight, our first band of rain continues its journey, moving in the direction of the North Sea. Here's the second one coming in, sinking steadily southwards, and ahead of it there will be a lot of cloud. Behind it there'll be some clear skies, still some cloud and also some showers. But these overnight temperatures tell you it's not going to be particularly cold. We're all staying in double figures. So tomorrow our weather front sinks south is a fairly weak affair, but look at all those isobars in the charts. Tomorrow we're going to have some brisk winds. This is the kind of gust you can expect first thing in the morning. So once again, we're looking at the strongest winds across the far northwest of the country. Meanwhile, our weather front continues to sink south, taking its cloud and patchy rain with it in doing so. Now behind that weather front, for the rest of the UK, we're looking at some sunshine, some bright spells and also some showers, and temperatures 15 in the north to 21 in the south. But don't forget, we also have those brisk winds. By the time we get to Friday, what will have happened is overnight our front will have sunk southwards, pivoted back, rejuvenated, brought in some rain across southern England and Wales, and through Friday continues to push towards the southeast. On the other side of that weather front, we're looking at some bright spells, some sunshine and some showers, but some of those could be heavy and thundery, and it will feel cooler. Have a great day.